I thought it would be fun for you to see how I sew with my little cobbler machine my jewel sandal. So I have to put a little fox stitch on there, and I don't know if you can see it. There you go. And I really like this machine. It's so old school and old-timey, and I just like the sound that it makes when I stitch. So here we go. I'm going to put my box stitch right there. Let's see. I line up my needle, put the presser foot down. I love the sound of this. And I rotate. Rotate again. I can stitch through almost anything with this beast. Sort of fun. Make sure I line up my holes. Keep it as neat as I can. But again, it's hand stitching, so it's never perfect. But I don't know. I think that's the beauty of it anyway. Things are not machines always, and there's not always perfection. It's just like us. One more little stitch. Press your foot up. And there we have it. Little box stitch, keep my strap in place. There we go. Yeah, that came out pretty nice. And I'll show you when it's finished. Stand by. Okay. So I have here, I have all my sizes for my jewel sandal right here. These are all my pattern sort of layouts, how the upper goes on, and different templates for the elastic sizes and everything that I need to make my jewel sandal. And today I'm making a size 38 in ruby red. And I don't have much material of this left. This was a pretty popular color. And like I said, I'm making a size 38. So here's my 38 template. And I lay it on my wood base, which, by the way, is recycled wood, all made here in Maine. And I have little marks where I need to attach the upper. So I have done both the left and the right. There we go. It's marked, and that's all I need to sort of help guide how the upper gets put on here. I'll put these back. Pretty crazy here during the day as I try to get the orders completed to make UPS at the end of the day. So what I do is, after I have my box stitch that I showed you over on my cobbler machine just a minute ago, now I have my upper ready, and there's definitely a left and a right because the curve of the wood is different on this side, the medial side versus the lateral side, which is the outside. So knowing that, the big side has a bigger curve to go around, a little bit more than the little. So the big side of the pattern goes on the outside, and I line it up with my mark like there, but I also just like to double check it before I put anything permanent here. And I like to see how it looks on the bottom, and that looks pretty good. Set that there. That's the right foot and the left foot. And I use a hot melt, specifically made for wood, to help sort of set these in place. And I just use a little bit to kind of help guide it. There we go. And now I can just sort of eyeball where it ends. I use the outsole sort of as another sort of guide to help line it up. And there's there's that. And it stays quite nicely for me until I can use the nails and nail it together. So I'm going to do the other side. Little dab. I love this stuff. It's like brilliant. It's perfect for what I need it to do. So yeah, so I just wanted to reiterate that my clogs, my sandals specifically, are made here in the US. They're made of recycled materials, meaning the wood is left over from another process, and we're able to kind of glue it up and make new parts out of it and mill it to the shape that makes my wood base, which I think is kind of special. In fact, I don't really think anybody else in the US right now is doing that, or at least they're not doing it from recycled wood, that's for sure. And on top of that, all the wood that I use in my bases is also harvested from certified sustainable forest, and there's a whole big council on that, and it's sort of a big deal. So it's responsible forestry. And of course, being in Maine, that's a big deal because that's part of our heritage. I mean, that's what Maine sort of is known for, its wood products. So I feel very proud that my shoes are not only made in Maine, but they're made from wood harvested here in Maine. So here we go. Starting to look like Jewel, right? Let's do the right side. I also have a few other orders to make today, so I got those almost ready. Now, little dab. This is what I spend my days doing. I love it. I actually like being down in my workshop. What's also very cool about my Libby Hill, that's my other sandal, but my Jewel sandal, what's really nice about it is that it has an elastic strap, so you don't have to worry about buckles. I mean, it's just simple, easy on seatbelt, as my daughter calls it. Kind of keep it on your foot. All right. There we go. Just sort of wipe away any hot glue. I think my fingers have become numb to the heat. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I think that's a good thing. My hands are certainly not pretty hands. There we go. And there she is. Oh, hello, lovely. You're starting to come together. And, all right. So the next thing that I want to do is add the nail heads. And for Jewel, come on, don't leave my hot glue gun. Let's put this guy away. We're done here for today. There we go. And I have these beautifully bright, shiny gold nail heads, which I think complement this little style quite nicely. And so this is how it's gonna go. Let's see. I'll do one and then you'll see, and then I'll come back afterwards so you don't have to sit here and watch me nail all these. Actually, yes, and I keep just a little scrap of cloth there to kind of keep from denting everything and protecting it. I don't know if you can see, but also in my the dies that I used to cut out my leather, I had them put placement markers for my nail heads. And if you ever buy dies and things, anything you can do to help save time and create consistency, that's what you really want to do. So it just sort of helps line it up. Love the gold nail heads on this style. I think it just adds just a nice touch of class and timelessness. There we go. Let's do the other side.